Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Denzel Rodriguez, your personal finance geek of the 21st century. And in today's video, I'm simply going to share with you financial coaching for success, why you need an accountability partner, a financial professional to help you on your journey to becoming debt-free, financially independent, creating financial security, and ultimately financial freedom in your life and the people that you care most about in your household. So with that, I'm going to take it right to the whiteboard and simply just share with you some updated numbers regarding how my program works and essentially what exactly you're investing in and what I would be giving to you along with the action step to move forward. So like I always say in all my videos, it's very important to know your numbers. So before anyone ever hires me, and even when they pay to work with me one-to-one, everyone has to go through that first step. They have to get their numbers. It's a you thing. It's not something I can even do for you. Like, you literally have to log into your bank accounts, look at all your credit card debts, look at all your obligations that you have. We're literally doing a financial audit. We're looking back in time, 90 days up to an entire year, to see how you've been living your life financially. How much has come in, what's going out on a monthly basis. Once we gather those numbers, then that gives me an initial foundation in terms of what I can work with. So I look at all of that, then we dive into the things that you are searching for online, the things that someone said, and you started doing a little research, and somehow you landed on this channel. Chances are velocity banking, infinite banking, cash flow strategies are probably one of the most popular things that I rank for on my YouTube channel that you happen to come across, either directly to my channel or through someone else's. Those strategies are great. I talk a lot about them. I do them myself with my own finances and many of my clients. And still, before we even implement any of that, I gotta know where you stand first. So I try to get all the facts before I get emotions and feelings from you, because that's at least gonna tell me a lot about you before you tell me what you think and how you operate. The numbers speak louder than your words most of the time in the beginning of a new relationship that we would have together. So when I get those numbers, honestly, fully transparent, full context, then I like to dive into, tell me about yourself, your background, what you do for work, how you found me, the things that you're most interested in attacking, the things that are the biggest financial obstacles and challenges for you personally. And then I bring those together and we develop a plan for us to move forward. Once you've watched enough YouTube videos on my channel and you've done your due diligence on me and your research, and you're like, okay, this is the person I want to work with, I'm letting you know in advance, I'm an all-in type of guy. I like to think long-term. I understand there's a lot of immediate blocks that we need to handle. So I'm not just gonna give you philosophical ideas in those first calls, but just know that that's coming, right? These long-term legacy, financial freedom, the big ideas will come in time. So I'm letting you know I'm like simultaneously thinking long-term for your life, looking at your finances, how you're coming to the initial call, but I'm also addressing immediately what's at hand. Okay, this is the problem right here. This is the problem. We're going to plug this up, do this, da, 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 da. It's going to create clarity in your life. You're going to be able to see better. Then I can start injecting and planting seeds of long-term think, big think, right? So just keep that in mind. That's how I like to operate, and that is how my financial program is set up here on the right. It's very affordable, very reasonable, and think of it as a sliding scale. It really applies to anyone that wants to create financial success in their life, starting as little as 50 bucks a month, or making a one-time payment of $4,000. No matter which payment plan you enter, and even this is customizable. I've been very accommodating for a lot of folks, especially my single moms, divorced moms, and widows that I often work with. We create a customized financial payment plan that works for them for a period of time, and then eventually jump into any one of these payment plans. And ultimately, they all lead to lifetime, me working with that individual for the rest of my life. What does that actually look like, lifetime? Because that is a huge commitment on my end and also yours, right? So to give you an example, I've been now creating content on YouTube for going on 7 years. I started in 2018. It's now 2025. So come August-ish will be my 7-year anniversary of being on YouTube creating content. From the very first video I posted, and I want to say a few months afterwards, I obtained my first client. And I can honestly say my longest standing client started toward the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. So just under 7 years, right? And they made an initial investment, which then gave them lifetime access to me one-to-one. They have the ability to click a link, takes them to a calendar, my calendar, and they're able to choose a time that works for them to book a call with me. And those calls can go anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour long. They're generally always set to an hour, but sometimes they're shorter. Sometimes they go slightly longer, just depends. And if we ever want to do a longer session, we simply schedule that off calendar via email. We do what's called a whiteboard session, where I'm able to dedicate an hour and a half, sometimes even 2 hours, to that one person. So when you decide to work with me in any one of my financial coaching programs at these different price points, once you've reached the $4,000 mark, okay, that's if you pay one time. The other payment plans, if you add everything up, it'll equal 4,500. So once you've reached 4,500, you've got full lifetime access to me. You never have to pay another dollar to work with me for life. And that also includes your spouse. Okay, so let's just say I'm only working with wife, and for the first 4 years, it's just wife and her income, her numbers, her debts. But then eventually we recruit husband, and then husband joins in. And at that point, maybe we're doing calls all together, or maybe I just do a one-on-one call with him. Just depends on your schedule. Ideally, I like to have husband and wife there, especially if we're talking couples, married couples. I like you to be together, right? And that allows for complete transparency, right? Because sometimes that can get a little interesting, I've learned over the years. So we're allowed full transparency, full honesty on our goals, what we're trying to solve for. It also builds more trust now that if I have wife on board, or vice versa, I have a husband on board, and all I need to do is recruit the other partner. Well, I'm leaning on who I've been working with for 4 years to help make that a possibility, so that they actually will listen to the strategies, to the guidance that I give them, right? So the program applies not only to just you, but also your partner. And if you have children, it applies to them as well. So it goes one generation down. Majority of you that are watching this YouTube channel are above the age 35 to 65. That's my biggest audience age range, is between 35 and 65 years old. So a lot of you have already matured in the sense that you're like, okay, I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest person in the room, and I'm seeking out help, right? A lot of you have reached that point, and therefore I'm potentially an answered prayer or a referral, dedicated research that you've taken upon yourself, and you're just ready. You're open. You're like, just tell me what to do. I want independence. I want to become a master over my money. I want to get rid of all these debt obligations. I want to get rid of all the financial blocks in my life so that I can be a blessing to others, so I can serve my household at the highest level, right? So these payment options ultimately lead to lifetime access. And you, again, you just simply click a link and you're able to book a time. Ideally, I want you to be on a consistent time frame. So in the beginning, it's typically 1 to 2 calls a month, but it's really, again, it's customizable because you might need more attention in the beginning versus another client that we just get on one call and they're off to the races. I won't hear from them for 4 months because they're busy doing exactly what I told them to do. And then we talk 4 months later and they're ready for the next set of action steps. And they require less attention, right? But still, nonetheless, they have the ability to call me at least once a month, once every 2 months, whatever the case may be. You get to design the relationship. I give recommendations. Ideally, I say, look, I would like to talk to you at least every month, especially in the beginning, until I'm fully confident and you've proven that you can follow the exact guidance and steps. And really, it's ultimately accountability and check-ins, even if it's a 15-minute call. Just checking in. Okay, I did this, Denzel. This is done. What's next? Or do you see anything that I'm missing here? Or in addition to these action steps, we also have a big project coming up, so we strategize for that as well. So it's things like that. Now, what are you paying for? The way I've designed my program over the last 7 years is you're simply paying for my time and attention. You're getting dedicated time and attention from me personally. I'm not passing you off to anybody else, right? And you get an accountability partner, which is me. So I'm your accountability partner. That's what you're paying for, that dedicated time. Now, what I give to you is everything below. Obviously, the YouTube channel, completely free. Strategy, planning, blueprints. Recorded whiteboard sessions that we get to map out. Recorded phone calls if you want. Virtual or over the phone, right? Planning, the email communication, the blueprints, whether it's a Word doc, our financial spreadsheet, we're just tracking everything, right? Resources, network, and savings. I'm helping you save thousands of dollars. What you pay me is peanuts compared to what I put back into your pocket. Peanuts. So I'm helping you save thousands of dollars on whether it's interest or just simply making better, educated financial decisions, different moves that ultimately create more money or save money or both, right? Network and resources. This is where it's not necessarily a pass off, but simply me bringing in an expert that is better than me on a specific topic. For example, let's say we start off eliminating some debt to increase cash flow so that you can start this business, so that you can invest in real estate, so that we can start building a retirement plan, right? A lifetime income plan. Well, I'm going to bring in different people that I've been working with for years now, strong, healthy relationship where they've helped many of my clients, and I'll introduce them to you. And if you're in alignment, you like them, it makes the process even better. And we're able to do multiple things. We're able to be more efficient with our time. So we'll have our calls dedicated together, and maybe it'll be a 3-way call with that additional expert. And then you'll have one-to-one calls with that additional expert. And what's beautiful is there's no additional cost to work with those experts that I would be bringing in. Ultimately, you're paying for whatever the product is, right? If it's a financial vehicle, or if it's the actual investment itself, or the business that you're looking to start, right? That where you're essentially just paying for the thing rather than hiring, let's say, another coach. Unless that's what you want to do, that's totally fine, right? I have people that hire me as their coach, and then they hire a business coach, and they'll hire a mindset person, right? Like that's, again, you're paying for the thing. You're not just like paying additional fees just to access that person. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. So in addition to that, courses, programs, and workshops. So in addition to that one-to-one time that you get with me, you're also getting that group feel, right? That community, that network. You're getting the material sent to you in advance to help you prepare for that one-to-one call. I'm the type of person you talk to once you've done a lot of the preliminary steps, right? Because my content already gives it to you for free. Why would you pay for that, right? Unless it's just simply you need to be told by me what to do. Well, then you simply pay the price. That's fine. I have tons of people that do that where they're like, I keep watching the content, you're telling me to do this, but they get stuck in overwhelm, too much education, procrastination, whatever it is. And sometimes you just need to be told what to do. You just need to give in, here you go. Like, I'm giving you the tool, turn it this way, do it right now, right? Some people just need to be guided that way. And I can provide that. You just simply make the investment at whatever payment plan works for you, and we'll make that happen. Obviously, the lower the payment plan, right? So like $50, for example, is less time initially, one-to-one. And as you increase, it goes into more and more time with me one-to-one. For example, for a 1-hour call, which you can book right below any one of my videos, has the calendar link right there. A 1-hour call with me is $300, and then it comes with a 30-minute follow-up. And this is usually to build that trust, get a game plan going. So at $50 a month, once you've reached 300, you receive a 1-hour call with me for free, right? You essentially paid for it over time. So what's happening in the monthly plan is we're talking at least once every 6 months. And that in-between time, you're getting access to all this. The courses, the programs, the workshops, the group. And when you attend those things live with me and you participate and you ask questions, guess what? You get awarded, you receive one-to-one time with me. It's all performance-based. So I call it performance-based coaching, where you're paying $50 a month and you're basically earning time with me one-to-one based on what I tell you to do. Because my time is so valuable at this point, working with so many people, that I need to make sure that when I'm on the phone with you, that we're not guessing, we're not wondering, we're not trying to figure out the numbers together. No, it's like you've already done what I told you to do, and now we're putting the strategy together so that we can implement and move forward faster, more efficient. But still, nonetheless, at as low as $50 a month, at least gets you in, right? Working with me. And then partnerships and teaming up. And that's where, again, I bring in different experts, different opportunities that we could partner up with. Maybe you want to do what I do. Maybe you want to get in the life insurance space. Maybe you want to be a financial coach. Well, part of the program also, again, customizes to your needs. For example, I'm working with a lady right now that wants to build a financial coaching practice, wants to teach Velocity Bank. So in addition to working on her numbers, we also have a second program running simultaneously where we're building out a whole entire financial coaching practice according to how she wants to serve folks. And then if she is to do all of that, then I open up the window of opportunity with my YouTube channel. Hey, come on my channel, share your story, share your testimony, right? Give you access to other content creators like, hey Denzel, I'd like to collaborate with that person. Do you know that person? And maybe I can reach out to them and I can leverage my influence to maybe open up a door for you. What does that do? What does that save? How much time does that save? How much money does that save? What opportunities does that potentially open up, right? So there's so much that comes with this service of Lifetime. And that's what Lifetime looks like for my financial coaching practice, how I'm choosing to operate. And it's been going well for the last 7 years. So your action step is you would email me directly to enroll in any one of these programs. By the time this video goes out publicly, you'll be able to just go right on my website, denzelrodriguez.com, and you can click any one of these payment programs, these payment options. So this video will be watched by those who are on my email list. And that's why I'm saying you'll just respond, you'll email me directly. This is the option I want to go with, Denzel. Please sign me up for that. So basically, if you're on my email newsletter, or if you're an existing client at some lower level capacity before, and you want to get into the lifetime, you're basically getting that early bird, that early access in advance. I only take on a certain amount of people per year. So once my options sell out, they sell out, right? I close it up and then I will reopen it next year. So every year I open up my one-to-one service for a period of time. I close it up. I service all those people that enrolled, where I'm just laser focused on them for a period of time. Once I free up my time a little bit and create more independence on those clients, and they need me less, essentially, right? They don't need a full hour, 2 hours. Now it's just check-ins, accountability. They're working with some of my partners. They're essentially elevating. They're getting to my level and even surpassing my level, which is what I want as a teacher. I want my students to surpass me in wealth, in knowledge. I don't want them to be below me. I want all my clients to excel to their highest potential. So that is your action step coming off of this video. And then if this is your first video watching my channel, you've just basically watched a sales video, essentially. So your action step would be go to the Velocity Banking pregame work. So right on my YouTube channel, you hover over playlist, and that's the best way to watch this YouTube channel, is through the playlist, because I've put things in chronological order according to the exact material you're looking for. So if you're looking for how to become a financial coach, I got a playlist for that. If you're looking for how to find the best HELOC, I got a playlist for that. If you're trying to understand lines of credits and how they work, I got a playlist for that. Velocity Banking case studies, playlist for that. Infinite Banking case studies, playlist for that. Business, different partnerships, lifetime income planning. I think I have maybe 30 different playlists at this point, where it's catered, customized in chronological order from oldest to earliest in terms of time of posting, that will help you build that trust with me before you pay me $1, right? The wonderful thing about everything that I teach is it's available for free. So everything I have to offer you that you would pay for, you can access it for free, which is amazing. So why would you pay for it? Well, the reality is 90% of people don't take action with free material, and that number is probably higher. So I'm being generous. So it's probably 90% or more of people who receive things for free never do anything with that free material, especially when it comes to finance. So to my point, what you are actually paying for is that dedicated time and attention and accountability partner. You pay, you invest in me and yourself. And when you watch and do the material that's free and available, and you're obtaining the resources, then you get on a call with me and I say, did you do that? And when you say no, we get to figure out why. When you say yes and you have questions, there's that consistent progress, that consistent moving forward in your goals, versus saying you did something with no accountability and you're basically living a lie, right? You're faking it till you make it. And that's no strategy. There's no good fruit that comes out of that when you appear to be doing well, but really, if I do a financial audit, your negative cash flow some months, you're spending more than what you make, you've got no discipline, you're all over the place. Versus the moment you inject accountability into your life, someone that is actually saying, yeah, you're doing that wrong. Nope, pick that up again. Nope, do it this way. Nope, technique off, right? You have a set of eyes on you. You're less likely to be tempted in your old ways, and you're reprogramming your entire mindset over your finance. And then you get the paradigm shift, get the light bulb moment, and it's game over for you. At that point, it's game over. You're on your way to success. And that's my process. So again, my name is Denzel Rodriguez, personal finance geek of the 21st century. Links are available below. Have a wonderful day. God bless, and we'll be talking soon.